Welcome to DP1 Podcast. Today we have Steve Ruttan with us. And Steve, it's good to see you.
Same, good to see you.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right, so I am currently in Oromocto, or correction, Gagetown. I'm posted to the armored school. I've been in 17 years. I joined up in 2009. I am an armored crewman or armored NCM, whatever you want to change the name to. I was
Good.
originally in Petawawa for I think 10 years. And then,
Wow.
yeah, I've got posted here, and I've been here ever since. I'm happily married. I have one daughter, and I honestly, we hope to stay here as long as possible. We
Do you like it
really,
in the Gagetown area, or Oromocto
yeah,
area?
yes, I like the Gagetown. I like working at the school. We love
Hmm.
the area, and we actually live really close by to Oromocto Baptist Church, ironically enough.
Oh, well, you go to
We,
OBC. So
I also.
you know Pastor Perry.
Yes, I do.
Oh, good stuff. How do you like it at ABC or OBC?
OBC,
ABC.
I actually like it. When we first got here, we tried a few other places around, and ironically enough, Megan found Oromocto Baptist Church, and we literally live like 5 minutes away.
Wow, that's great. Can't beat that.
No, exactly.
Good. So we'll start asking you a few questions here, and I want to start off with some faith-based questions. And how did you come to faith in Christ?
Well, growing up, I have really two people I can credit it with. One was my mom. She was very religious right up till the end. And my other
Wow.
one, was my first boss when I was a teenager. I was born in Timmins, Ontario, a really small town in northern Ontario. And there was actually a small division actually called South Porcupine. It's a tiny, I think, like 3 to 5,000 people, so it's really small.
Wow.
So we moved there and we found this little church, and it was a small little church. And then when I became a teenager, he was my boss. So he was a really, really good boss. So it was funny.
Hmm.
If I was, the teenager and decided to sleep on a Sunday, I showed up on a Monday to work with him after school. He's like, I didn't see you at church on Sunday. Guess what we're gonna do?
All
I'm like,
right.
all right. So he literally had a sermon, and it was really good. It was really because he was an aircraft mechanic.
Oh
So
yeah.
at a young
Okay.
age, I got to experience, mechanical trades and stuff like that. And like he was very religious and he was a great guy. And what better way to see God's creation than up in the air? He
Oh
taught
yeah,
me how
man.
to fly at like 15, 16 years old.
Wow,
And
that's awesome, man.
it was quite the experience. And we're stuck in an airplane, and we can either sit in silence, which we have done a few times, or we would talk. And again, we were up in the air, we could see everything. So, what better way to see the creation of God than through the air?
All right, man. That sounds good. Um, what is the moment everything changed for you as far as Christ is concerned?
Oh, well, growing up, like my mom again, she was very religious.
Okay.
Uh, Everything changed for me after a few tragic, tragic moments in my life.
You had some rough spots.
At I think 16, 15 years old, my best
Hmm.
friend moved away from Timmins, and I think he moved to London. And I think it was like a year later, I got the news that, he was killed in a car accident at
Oh,
a
wow.
young age. And I don't want to say I spiraled, but it was definitely was a rough spot in my teenage years.
Hmm.
I did not take it very well at all.
Hmm.
So that kind of spiraled out. And it wasn't till, yeah, so high school wasn't really that great. Then after high school, I didn't apply for the military right away. I applied for this government program called Katimavik. The
Okay.
easiest way I could describe this is considered it was like a co-op placement. So I volunteered
Hmm.
for this program and I got to
Right.
move all across Canada and take do different jobs. So one of the jobs was working with troubled youth in
Oh,
Kelowna,
wow.
BC.
Wow.
And it wasn't until I finished the program, there were some spicy situations where I've been in while working there with
Okay.
troubled youth. Yeah, there was a lot of I have had knives pulled at me so many times. I have been cornered by three or four people, and it wasn't until I got back home after the program ended. I told my mom all that, and she told me, she's like, "Yeah, I prayed for your protection," and I was like, "Oh." Okay, because yeah, I have had so many people in my younger years either threaten me either physically with knives
Wow.
or by like just brute force,
Right.
and it didn't really clue in till like 21 years old. That's when I was like, okay, I spirited away. I want I want to be better, you know,
Right on, man.
and been trying.
Keep trying, brother.
Oh yeah.
Keep trying. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. Um, are you currently part of a church family? And we did you did say you
Yes.
were. Tell us about um, tell us about your relationship with OBC and uh,
Actually, with OBC, we've been there
um,
for a
how they
few.
help your family and
Oh, they help. We help each other out. Actually, at OBC, when I get a chance to, I try to. Ironically enough, I make the coffee for everyone because I love coffee. I love meeting new people and
oh,
just
you're the
talking,
popular
and
guy.
I love making
Yeah, besides
coffee.
Pastor Perry. So you and Pastor Perry are the two popular guys there.
Oh, it's not just me. There's a whole
You're
team that
Mr.
makes the coffee. I just try, but that's how I make. But they just they're close by, and I mean, my wife, she has a lot of friends through the church. I actually have met a lot of people that are in the military through the church. It's actually,
Hmm.
ironically enough, see more people around, and it's like, oh, hey, I recognize you, I recognize you. Or I was like, see them on Sunday. Like, actually, a funny story is like, I'll see Peter like every Sunday I'll make him coffee or something like that. We'll talk. And then there was one day I saw him in uniform. I looked at him and I was like really confused. And then he saw me.
Like
We looked at each other. We're like,
who is this guy?
then it clued in. We're like, oh, hey. And then so it helps me that way. Whereas like I get to meet more Christian people around the base. And also they have a
Hmm.
good, my wife has some good friends that we met along the way.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of programs throughout. So I know my wife tries to make it to a few of them. My daughter used to go to, I think it was Glow Kids, if I remember correctly, the little kids program before
Okay.
she got busy with Taekwondo.
Hmm.
So, but they do have, we do try to help out each other uh, a lot of times, and
So would you say that Oromocto Baptist Church is a really military family friendly church?
definitely really, really friendly. You don't have to be in the military to go there. I know there's a lot of military members,
Uh-huh.
both serving and retired that go there. But I know if you ever to walk in the door and you're brand new, it's probably will be me or someone else on the coffee who'll be like, I know Perry, or there's a Perry or Ryan or Sheridan. They're like the first ones to greet you and it's like, hey,
Okay.
first time. And then I'll be there with a coffee and I'll be like, hey, what would you like? And try to make it up all fancy for you.
All
And
right. Good stuff. That
but
sounds
definitely very through all the other churches growing up, definitely the Oromocto Baptist Church is one of the friendliest, welcoming ones
so
that I've
that's
been to.
so OBC is your outstanding church right now.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great. It's good to have a good family church, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially I suppose if you get posted and to know that you have a church that's, there for your family too, eh? which would be
Oh yeah.
great.
Posted or
Okay.
on course because I know Gagetown is a big training school.
Well, that's true. That is true. So how do you keep close to Christ, Steve?
Ironically enough, I like to go for walks. For those that know me, know that I take walking very seriously, especially as a DP1 instructor.
Hmm.
I like to go for walks, and it depends on how much time I'm given, is how far I get to go. But
Okay.
honestly, yeah, I like to go for walks, ironically enough. So when I'm teaching, and if you ever been to a school and part of a DP1 or a basics uh,
Uh,
section, it's very, very early in the mornings. So there's been some times where Megan can vouch for me where my phone will go off at 4:30. I'll have breakfast and I get my stuff on and I go and I walk to work, ironically enough.
is that right?
Yeah,
Wow.
I
That's
walk to
awesome.
work and I use that time to
Hmm.
just clear my head of anything and I just walk. I walk to work and I'm all refreshed. Ironically enough, I'm refreshed, ready to
Ready,
go,
ready to go.
ready to wake up the students at whatever time and see how they're doing.
Get the day started.
Get the day started and but
Right
no,
on,
I go
man.
for walks as much as
Okay.
I can.
Okay. Let's talk about family now. And are there any other members of your family who know Christ too? Like in your
Mm.
immediate family, like say your wife, your
My
daughter.
wife, yes, she's very religious as well.
Hmm.
My daughter, we're working on that.
Okay.
And but other than that, unfortunately, like my dad, I'm not too sure of. My half brother is actually in Winnipeg. My dad and my
Okay.
half brother are both in Winnipeg. I
Right.
know my brother, he goes to a church there and he preaches every so often on a Sunday there.
Oh, right on.
So,
So he's a pastor, is he?
not a pastor, but he helps out a lot.
He helps out a lot. Wow,
Yes, he
that's
does.
great. And you said your mom was, she knew the Lord too, right?
Oh yes, she did, and she was not scared to share it with anybody.
Is that
Oh
right?
yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, no fear. She had no fear right
No
until the
fear.
end. No
Really?
fear. Oh yeah.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. She was someone to talk to for sure. Like you could say, "Hey, how's it going?" and she would talk about faith and everything, and she even if you ask her for the time, she would be
Uh-huh.
like, "Hey, the time is, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. By the way, have you heard this?" And she would talk to anybody.
Oh, wow. That is
Yeah.
cool. So how do what experiences have you and your family faced where you have seen God act in your lives?
For I can tell you right now, for me specifically,
Hmm.
he has kept me safe because one of my main jobs here at the Armor School is teaching brand new people how to drive.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. So I
Oh,
teach them how to drive like small vehicles, and then I teach them how to drive the bigger 30 to 24 to 30 ton armored vehicles. So there has been some
interesting times.
interesting times, and the only way I could describe it is through, the Lord's protection because I haven't told Megan everything, but there has definitely been some days that it was
Mo-
like, oh boy. At the end of the day, just
Wow.
stop, look up, take
And
a
thank the Lord.
breath. Yes, and same with teaching recruits weapons. There
Okay.
has been a spicy incident that happened on my previous course that just finished at the end of March. We had a student get really nervous, unfortunately, at the wrong time. It was during the live
Oh,
grenade.
uh-oh.
And yes, and the unfortunately
Inter
dropped it
Uh-huh.
while they're pulling the pin. So
Uh-oh.
yep. Everything again, everything happened. All people okay, everyone's okay, but it was literally
Yeah.
that moment where
It's
took a
like,
moment, looked up at the sky, and didn't say anything, but I just looked up at the sky and was like, "Oh yeah, we're good. Let's have some
good.
coffee.
Okay.
Take a few minutes. All right, everyone good? Sweet. Let's continue on."
Catch your breath and away you go.
Yeah, and there you go. Yep.
How do you and your family stay close to Christ?
Oh, well, I know my wife, she prays usually every night with
Mm-hmm.
Natalia and every morning before school.
Okay.
I try to be around and we try to go to church as much as we can and we're involved in the church. I know my wife, when she can, she helps out at the kids nursery or
Right.
the kids nursery or the kids wings, and I help out as much as I can. I know with the coffee, just meeting everyone and
Right.
talking.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds good. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk about work now. And
All right.
were there any tensions or challenges in being a Christian in the military?
It was at the very start. I know through the 2009 to 2015, 16,
Mm-hmm.
that was a really big challenge, especially if being religious in that time frame, especially in Petawawa with everything that was going on.
Oh,
It
is that
was
right?
a very, yes, it was very, I'm not going to say awkward, but it was a different time. You know,
Okay.
they were there to do a job, and that
Mm-hmm.
job, during the Afghanistan time frame was to fight.
Right.
And my unit, I know specifically, lost a lot of members
Okay.
at that time, unfortunately. And
Mm-hmm.
so being in that environment, well, it wasn't as, we'll say, open as it is now,
Okay.
where religion was a more, I'm not gonna say a frowned upon being religious, but it was definitely not as friendly as it was.
Okay. So you were you were like a Christian, but you sort of just kept it to yourself,
Yes, I
or
was very,
unless somebody asked you.
yes, it was, they didn't necessarily ask me because, again, at that time I was like very quiet because
Mm-hmm.
that atmosphere was very different
Okay.
for me. So I was very quiet. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
share a lot, but I also didn't talk about, the daily activities people were doing. So a
Right.
couple people asked me like questions. They're like, "Why don't you talk about, this or that, Why not to? Are you like what's up with you?" So then I talked a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
then, uh, and then one guy even was directly, like, very direct, and he asked me a few questions, but I won't repeat it online. But he asked
Okay.
me some certain things. I looked at him and was like, "No, it's because of this."
Ah,
And
okay.
yeah,
So, Steve, do you find that it's sort of a different atmosphere now, especially being here in Gagetown?
absolutely. Especially like me being the DP1 instructor, I am meeting all kinds of people from all walks of life, all different faiths. I mean, I have had students who believe in nothing,
Mm-hmm.
have believed in something, and
Right.
I have actually opened up to a few of them when they
Uh-huh.
ask me because uh, I may not talk about it right away, but it's weird. Like people know that there's something different about me just by
Mm-hmm.
the way I act, how I just act and do things. Like there's some recruits who at the end of it, like after they graduate, they'll come and they'll talk to me like the right away because I ironically enough, I had one student on one of my earlier courses who was a wicked, if I rem
A Wiccan.
a
Okay.
wicked, and he said the second I walked into a room, he did not know I was like a Christian, but he knew there was something different about me compared to another instructor.
Okay.
And he knew right away just how I don't know how he knew, but yeah, he said there's something different about you. And he's like, "Can you tell me what?" This was at the end of a course, and I said,
Right.
I'm a Christian and I'm religious." He's like, "That's what it was." He's like, "I knew the second you walked into the room right away that there was something different about you, but I did not know what it was." And I was like, "Huh, well, that's interesting." And again, through, different religions that are allowed in the military, like I have worked with so many other different religions, and again, you know right away, I don't even have to say anything, just how I act and walk, or I don't know what it is, but they say I'm different. I wouldn't say different, but you know right away. Even people who aren't religious know that how I act and talk and work, that there's something different about me. And then he asked me like, "What's different?" And at that
Okay.
one-on-one, that's when I open up a little bit more.
Okay. It really sounds, Steve, like your light is shining. Like you got that light that um I don't know, for lack of a better words, you have the indwelling of the Holy Spirit.
I think
Like the
so.
Holy Spirit's in you, man. And people are seeing that. And that's awesome because I think that really opens doors up too. Because they think, what's this guy all about? There's something different. Like you said, there's something different about him. And I got to find out, or I got to ask him what's going on. And what an opportunity to tell people about Christ
Yeah.
and and what he's done for you and everything. That's awesome, man. Good stuff.
Mm. And as well as with the students too. I mention it now to them, not like so. I show them ironically enough, my competition wall. And then
Okay.
I have a picture of my competition wall where I've done a lot of competitions,
Hmm.
and some of them will say, they're like, "How do you do it?" And now I don't even hide it. And I say, "Well, there's one moment where you are physically exhausted. Your body hurts. Your mind just doesn't want to do it anymore." And I tell them like flat out now, I'm just like, you know what I do at that moment? When I hit the wall as it is, I talk to God. And
Right
I
on,
have
man.
said one line and I say it on every competition. I
Uh-huh.
literally say it. I'm like, "I'm exhausted. Lord, if you want me to finish it, it's under your power. It's not through me."
Right on, man. Good
And
stuff.
I will try to unhook my computer and I'll show you my competition wall. And I show that to the students and they'll be like, "Oh, all right. So I'll try it here and let me see."
Oh,
I
wow.
show them that.
So you're a runner.
Actually, most of those are ironically enough, rucking with my rucksack. So when I say I like to go for a walk,
Oh, I see.
I go for a walk.
You need to meet my son sometime then. He loves rocking too.
Sounds good.
Yeah, when he tells me that in Petawawa they go, I think every Thursday or Friday, they once a week at least, they load the rucksacks up and go about, I don't know, 10 kilometers probably.
Okay.
Yeah. And he says it's
Yeah.
just like a walk in the park.
Yeah, for some. I know ironically enough, I that's how I introduce myself to my students when I'm about to teach the lesson. I'm like, "Hey, yeah, I'm Master Corporal Ruttan. I'm RCD, was in Petawawa for this long. You messed up if I have to take you for a walk." And they're like, "What do you mean?" And then I show them that competition and be like, "Those are my competition wall. A lot of these are West Rockets. If you show up with my rucksack, you messed up." And they're like,
Uh-oh.
"Uh-oh." And
Uh-oh.
I have done it. I have woken up courses 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, "Hey, you messed up." let's go for a walk.
Let's go for a walk.
And there's
Wow.
nothing better for me than going for a walk and seeing the sunrise over Gagetown, and we're in the woods and be like,
Oh, wow.
I have seen sunrises and sunsets. I have seen meteor showers, and I was like, you made all this, God. You
Yeah.
made all of this.
And you're having fun doing it.
And I'm having fun. The students are miserable, but
Yeah. But you're having fun.
I'm having so much fun. I have,
Yeah.
you know,
You're communicating with the Lord and
yep,
teaching the students at the same time. Oh, I love it.
exactly.
Love it. How did being a Christian in the calf help with your work life?
Help with my work life. Oh, once I let go, actually.
Really?
Uh Petawawa was great for some things. One, that's where I met my wife and we
Okay.
got married. So
Okay.
Petawawa was good for that, but for family life, uh it was extremely, extremely busy
Mm-hmm.
and it was really hard on me.
Okay.
So once we actually got posted, it was actually my wife's idea to get posted to here to Gagetown.
Right.
And once I got to Gagetown, uh, I don't know if it's maybe because we were closer to a church
Mm-hmm.
or a little bit older, but I get, or maybe it's because I walked a lot more, ironically enough, I don't know.
Okay.
But like I let go, like I have very little stress. Ironically enough, I have very little stress when it comes to work, unless I'm in a vehicle with a brand new driver. But it
You
is
got
what
you.
it is. But like I'm not as we'll say stressed or burned out or
Okay.
overworked because I know at the unit it was like, oh, I don't remember what the temp or the keep going, but I know there's been a lot of times where it was like I was gone for it seemed like months on end.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yes, like it was just go, 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 come back, go, 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 come back. And at that time too, it was when everything was over, ironically enough. So that was when Afghanistan was over. Latvia wasn't a thing yet. So there was a
Okay.
good, I would say 6 to 8 years where we were like, it was peaceful, ironically. The world wasn't what it was now. So there
Mm-hmm.
was really no mission for us. So ironically enough, that was more, I think I was more busier then than I am like now, where
Wow.
because and we were literally it was like come home, go on exercise, come back, go on exercise, come back, go on exercise, come back.
Right.
And I was like, oh my goodness, Megan showed me pictures. She's like, oh yeah, do you remember this? I'm like, no, I don't remember when Natalia was this. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
no, I don't. Like it was
Stressful.
just stressful and gone. And at that time, like the big Wainwright exercise, if I remember correctly, was called Maple Resolve. I remember I tallied up. There was sometimes I was there longer than like some deployments to Latvia, just because
Really?
I was there early. I know
Uh-huh.
there was one year we drove our MSVS's trucks from Petawawa to Wainwright.
Wow.
Great road trip. I had a great time, but it was just we were gone for so long
Mm.
that when I
That would be a
came
trip.
back, it was like, oh my goodness. And then it was like you do that, you come back, and then boom, something else happened. Something else happened. Exercise. This is like I'm like, it was really hard on the family. And then I might have gotten sidetracked a little bit, but yeah, then we got posted to Gagetown, got posted to the school, and I was like, the stress is gone.
Wow.
Like it's a
My life's
completely
better.
night and day difference. My wife can vouch for me. She's like, we are so much happier here.
Hmm.
And ironically enough, I have more family time. That might be it too. I have more family time at the school than I ever did at the unit.
Wow. That's quite a deal. That's good.
Mhm.
Glad to hear it. Um, how did you stay close to God when on exercises or deployments?
So exercises. Ironically enough, I went to that's how I met Mark Tully. Ironically enough, was in the
Really?
middle of a field in Wainwright during one of the Sunday services. Again, I didn't mention to my bosses at all that I was religious back then. Like I did
Mm-hmm.
not talk about it.
Right.
But again, they knew something was different. And I remember my warrant at the time came up to me. It's like, hey, Ruttan, just so you know, Sunday, I think he said Sunday mass is at this time at this tent. And I was like, okay. I went
Okay.
there and I ended up meeting Mark Tully
Right on, man.
randomly in the middle, I think, of a field in a mod tent. And we just
Wow.
talked. And ironically, when I got posted, I saw him at OBC. I looked at him and I was like, I, elbowed my wife. I'm like, I think I know that guy. She's like, well, go say hi. And I was like, hi. And he looked at me. He's like, hi. I'm like, where do I know you from? And he's like, we met in Wainwright. I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Ironically enough. But
Wow.
yeah, that's
So that basically you attended services, and plus you had in that particular exercise you had a fellow Christian there with
yeah, at the
Mark
time.
Tully.
Yeah, didn't know it at the time, but
Wow.
yeah.
Always helps. Um, how did uh here's a good question for you. How do you show your faith to others when asked, or if the opportunity arises to talk about it?
Oh, when like I said, when the students come up to me, if they don't know at the very end, or if they know something's different, and then I will actually talk to them uh as much as I can when the time that I do have them.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the time, it's again, a lot of them will come up to me at the end and be like, again, they may not be religious or they might believe in something else, but they just know something is different from me to a different instructor just from maybe it's because I am religious and I carry myself a certain way, but you just
Mm-hmm.
know, and then that brings up the conversation.
All right.
Or like I said, like it'll be kilometer 12 with the students, and I'm just happy-go-lucky drinking ironically enough, my coffee, and I'll have a
Right.
student who will literally be like, how do you do it? And I said, and I'll be like, okay. I'm like, try this, try this, try this. They're like, okay, nothing works. I'm like, are you religious? They're like, no. I'm like, okay. Or if they say yes, I'm like, have you talked to God again? They'll be like, I don't broadcast it for all to hear.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like one-on-one, trying to get them to keep going, just to show
Right.
them that, I tell them like your mind will get bored before your body breaks. But
Mm-hmm.
the easiest way to keep entertained is either talk, listen to music, which they're not allowed to do. So the only other way to stay entertained is talk. If you don't want to talk out loud, talk to God in your head, and you'll be surprised. Next thing you know, kilometer 20 or kilometer 19, and we're at the finish line, and we look around and be like, huh,
Wow. I made it.
and yeah, you made it. It's like exactly. Or kilometer 6 and people are just struggling. It's just like,
Mm.
all right. And like, so
Right on, man.
when the students ask me that, they're like, how do you keep going? And I was like,
Right.
and then that's when that opens the door to conversation. And I say, my main big thing is I talk to God every time I go for a rock. Every time I have that canoe over my head and it's a competition, I talk to God, especially with that canoe. And I'm like, I am exhausted. I have nothing left. And I was like, all right, I did what I could on my own, Lord. This is all on you. If you want me to finish, I trust in you and I'll keep going.
We hope you have enjoyed this episode of DP1. Also, if you are hoping to connect with other military Christians in your area, consider joining the Military Christian Fellowship of Canada, which you can connect with online at mcf-canada.ca.